It's time for Declare Your Independence with Ernest Hancock.
Believe me when I say we have a difficult time ahead of us. But if we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. I stand here without fear because I remember that I am here not because of the path that lies before me, but because of the path that lies behind me. I remember that for 100 years we have fought these machines. And after a century of war, I remember that which matters most. We are still here! Tonight, let us make them remember we are not afraid!
Welcome back to Declare Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, here in Phoenix, Arizona. Sierra, turn the screen this way, please. You know, the one thing we're definitely going to have to talk about is we're going to have to, talk about what happened in Iowa. And I went through this before 4 years ago. And Jordan Page was able to perform. He did a new song that he debuted there in Iowa. I haven't heard it before. So, that a lot of cool things happen. Now, those that have been or seen an overview of the Iowa straw poll in Ames, Iowa, what they do is they have a big auditorium at one of the universities there. And it's like, I don't know, a half hour down the highway, up the highway, whatever, from Des Moines. And it's a large auditorium. It's a freestanding. It's like, a big basketball arena kind of thing. And on one side, is like the big woohoo place. The other side, it was a not so woohoo place. Now it depends on, where the press goes is where the woohoo is. Well, 4 years ago, Dr. Paul was kind of, off to the side, in the back, in the corner kind of thing. But that's where the party was. And there was a lot of stuff going on. A lot of people drew a lot of people away from the carnival, because on the other side, it's all the Ferris wheels and rides and rock climbing and stuff. So this time, Dr. Paul shelled out the gazillion dollars, I don't know, $30,000, $40,000 or whatever it was, to get into the prime area where Mitt Romney was last time. So you play the game, and let me tell you how the game works. I mean, I can give you all the reasons why and who I know and went and talked to and this, blah, blah, blah. Bottom line is this. The Ames, Iowa Republican GOP straw poll is a moneymaker for the Republican Party in Iowa. That is its function. What they do is they get the cooperation from the National Republican Party and the media. They'll have, I don't know, I think it was 7, 8, 900, 1,000. I think I heard numbers like 8, 900 reporters that are there. So this is a big, giant media thing. And it's just, and when we looked at it last time, I'm going, well, this is just all about how many buses you can bring in. It's not, inspired people that come and do whatever. And they go, yeah, that's the test. The test is how well can you organize? You got to have people here at this time to do this one thing, and you got to raise the money to buy the tickets or them buy it and whatever. And that's the test. Okay, that's what you're testing. That's cool. So what happened last time? We didn't trust the machines, the way they were counted on Diebold. It took 2.5 hours later, they're negotiating. It's going back and forth, out to quit it and everything. We know it's just all pretend. Because what happens is the Republican Party, they make their money on the ticket sales. So they'll have each ticket's, dozens of dollars or, gazillion dollars. Doesn't matter. I don't even know. I think I heard a lot. I mean, so you multiply that times 10,000, you get yourself some money. So they put on this event. They have the straw poll. People go around, vote to get their purple finger kind of thing. And then the media makes a big deal out of it, or they don't. My fear last time, did you get hold of Ryan? Did Ryan call you back? Okay. So we're going to try and get Ryan tomorrow. He was there. I got a call from him Saturday night. He was at the straw poll with his family, taking pictures and videos. He's going to be sending us some stuff. And he's like, man, it was an ocean of red. An ocean of red shirts for Ron Paul. Well, They decide, okay, we're going to play the game. We'll play the game. It's how we play the game. What you do is you buy the tickets. I buy more tickets than the other guy buys tickets, and you just fill the buses and have people go, and they go vote, and woohoo, family, good fun. So Ron Paul's campaign knew they had 3,000-4,000 people already committed that were going. They're bussing. They're going. They're people are having their own little caravan of 30-40 people, and rock and roll. Ryan confirmed this, saying that when they're doing phone calls and so on, that people, oh yeah, we're going, and all me and my family's and this, and we're up to a dozen, we're up to 20, we're up to 30 plus, 47. And I heard that number. So I'm going, all right, so there's going to be a lot of support for Dr. Paul. He goes, and my prediction was this. If he wins, they will go and say, Iowa doesn't matter anymore. John McCain got the nomination 4 years ago, and he didn't even show up. He came in 10th or some crap like that last time. So they're just going, it doesn't matter. Pay no attention, move along. Well, if he won, that would be wow. They would have to do something. And they had way too many reporters there to allow that to happen, so I guess they weren't going to just say, it doesn't matter. If he would have come in like last or way down on the list or something, then of course they'd made a big giant deal out of that. Well, what they allowed to be shown was Michelle Bachmann won, and he came in like a statistical tie. I mean, he just a little bit behind, like, I don't know, less than 1% behind. But you didn't hear that. Everywhere you're hearing Michelle Bachmann wins Iowa straw poll, Tim Pawlenty came in third, and he's dropping out, and second doesn't matter. When they came out and announced, they went like this. The winner, Michelle Bachmann, have a nice day. Boom, they're gone. When I was there last time, they read, and one of the stories on Freedom's Phoenix right now, you go up there, it was a depiction of the video when they announced this time and when they announced last time. Last time, Dr. Paul came in 5th. I was there, and we were just screaming. We didn't even hear who was 4th now, and you can tell from watching that. So I'm just going, there's something weird going on here, as there was last time. In fact, last year, it was August 11th. I remember that because it was my wedding anniversary. So it was like my 23rd wedding anniversary or something. And my wife was waiting for me at her brother's house in Virginia. And I was to meet her there that night. But all of the shenanigans done with the computers and the waiting and the negotiations and the rumors and the inside people doing whatever, there was enough evidence that we were like, wow, man, what are we going to do? To bring this out, and tomorrow, so I stayed. And I was asked that I stay and kind of help, coordinate whatever. And I don't even remember. I mean, there were so many things that were just, we felt it was important that we just stay around. So we did for another day. But by then, Dr. Paul's got some class. He's like, hey, he knows how the game's played. He's just going to, whatever, we take what we can get. And we didn't care, got the message out. We had a good time. And when he said 5th, we're all screaming, yelling, whatever they said his name. We knew it was all a game. Because after you're sitting there for 2.5 hours after they were supposed to announce it, you kind of get the drift, So I'm going, all right, what can we expect this time? Well, this time they came out with, Michelle Bachmann wins, and nothing mentioned of Dr. Paul. So it got to the point to where even yesterday you had the guy from Politico on CNN, and they made it clear. They go, "Hey, we're just going to ignore him, until he goes away. We're in the business of getting candidates, peeled off." So they're playing traditional politics this time. It's not going to be the same type bypassing in the street levolution thing. It's going to be more at the grassroots of the parties. In each of the states, the Republican machine, and the Dr. Paul campaign, and those that are inside. I mean, some of the talking heads you have in there, they've been longtime Republican guys. I mean, I've known these guys for a long time, or about them, or they've been to Arizona, and they go, and I'm just going, wow, man, they went into the machine. So we'll see how they can work inside the machine without the Levolution out there bypassing it, because they're kind of riffraff. We're going to see how this plays out. We're going to keep paying attention to it. Some other things I want to talk about when we come back. We'll be right back.